So I was thinking, why not do a most overrated Ninja Tools and underrated Ninja Tools tier list? Because right, the last tier list I did was like best Ninja Tools, but I'm not really getting every single thing in the actual video. I'm kind of just like, oh well, you know, Frozen Fangs is good and this is good and healing, but like those are only like 10 things. What about everything else in the game? So I was thinking, what if I do a video where it's like most underrated Ninja Tools that are actually really good, and then most overrated Ninja Tools that everybody uses, but it's like it's not bad, but like the underrated ones are pretty much better than it. Like, it's like people just use it because they see other people use it. So without further ado, I think the first Ninja Tool that I want to go over as underrated. Oh, no. Actually, we're gonna start overrated. First overrated Ninja Tool has to be Master Medicine. Let me change this. And you might be thinking like, oh, why Master? It's super good. It gives you super armor. It's kind of just outdated for its time. I mean, let's look. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't have it brought up or what it does. I'm pretty sure what it does is it gives you super armor and removes negative effects and heals you a little bit like every pill, and that's it. That's not bad if there wasn't 87 things that also gave you super armor in the game. And this pill is only on healers and defenses. Defenses don't. They literally have a weapon that gives them super armor. You know, they have invincible. I mean, every weapon they have is super armor, but invincible destruction specifically, infinite super armor. So the super armor part of this build is completely useless for defenses, as well as the other things that it also gives them super armor. And then the negative effect part, I mean, there is a defense outfit that if you like land 16 hits, you get rid of the negative effects. But it's not that aside, right? Let's look at it on healers. Healers also don't need the super armor, really. They also have many things that can give them their super armor, as well as the Naruto stuff. And the negative effect part more or less doesn't matter for healers. They always have something to heal them up. They always got something to just increase their HP. So even most healers use the Hyuga weapons now, and the Hyuga weapon goes with that 6th anniversary outfit that every 5 hits it heals you. I mean, it's kind of just no, and I see everybody use green pill, right? But another thing is that they use it not for the negative, not for the debuff though. I mean, I guess not a debuff, but they don't use it to take away negative effects. That's not why they use it. They use it for the super armor. They don't need super armor. Even Hyuga weapons, when you do the 120 hit combo, you technically have super armor then. So, yeah, the super armor is kind of not needed. Plus, there's so many things nowadays that can take off super armor. Back then, super armor used to be really powerful, but nowadays it's like you turn the corner and boom, your super armor gone. Like they're probably gonna start just incorporating super armor into every weapon, seeing just how like weak of a ability is gotten in the game, of course. But that's for like my first overrated. I might do a top 5. It's probably gonna be a top 5. Now, number 2 for underrated, Purple Lightning. Now I already see like what. So you just said that green pill was overrated because it's just super armor, but you put Purple Lightning in underrated when that's literally its entire thing is just super armor? Yes. Because Purple Lightning does more than just give you super armor. Green pill, like I say, it'll heal you a little bit, It'll take away negative effects, but people use it solely for the super armor. If you want to use something solely for super armor, use purple lightning. Don't use green pill. Because purple lightning, what it does is it does like a solid 25% of your HP because it damages you, and it's more ideal for things. If they're blocking, if the enemy's blocking, you'll break their guard. If the enemy, like I said, if they rush you, they're gonna get hit with a decent amount of damage. It's way more ideal, and it can be used on every class. Green pill, like I said, is block the heal and defense. Purple lightning is overall anyone can use it if they want to. Ninja tool, which is why I think it's underrated. It's better for a lot of situations than yellow pill. I mean, like I said, you getting jumped. Let's not talk. Let's not even talking 1v1s here. Let's say you're getting jumped in a 4v4. Green pill is not going to save you. It's not. Purple lightning, on the other hand, you pop purple lightning. I mean, you could get like a solid 3 of them off, maybe 4 if you're lucky, and then you could like go over to your team or run away real quick. You're just not doing that with green pill at all. So that's why I put purple lightning in underrated and green pill in overrated. They both kind of do the same thing, but one's just better, I feel like, for what it does than the other. Now, also, these are both. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in the top 5 order. These are both number 5, so the next one's been number 4. Now, number 4 and most overrated ninja tools in the game. I know attack types are about to tweak out. I say paper bomb, honestly, and I know it's like probably like a huge. Oh, this dude is tripping. Paper. I click off. Dude. Hear me out. Paper bomb isn't necessarily that good. I mean, look at paper bomb for example. It's really only used on one build. I mean, it's kind of just annoying. Like, paper bomb isn't really that crazy. It's kind of just very annoying to deal with. If you know how to dodge the explosion, then it kind of just isn't really too much of a factor. It's more or less that I have to dodge this explosion now because otherwise it'll do damage. That's kind of the thing paper bomb is. It can take off Susanoo armor. You can't really block it. It's annoying, but I don't think it's like as hyped up. I feel like there's like a solid 20 other ninja tools in the game that easily you could say is better than paper bomb or whatever. Paper bomb does this job well. Throw it out, then you can like rush your enemy. You can apply pressure, so now they're worried about the bomb going off, and they're also worried about you damaging them. But paper bomb also has the factor of if you knock them on the ground, it kind of just won't explode, which is kind of bad. Like you tag them, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, the tag was for nothing, I guess. You can combo off paper bomb too, but even with that, it's like paper bomb as a whole isn't really that crazy of a ninja tool. It's technically easily dodgeable. It's not like, again, it's not insane. It's more or less just annoying. It's just a very annoying ninja tool in the end. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I get why people use it, but I don't struggle with paper bomb. Like, I'll fight paper bomb and I'll still win. Like, I'll like more than likely. It's kind of just like okay, this dude's being annoying with paper bomb, but it's never been like oh, you guys paper bomb, oh, this is gonna be an issue. But that's just my number 4 most overrated, and I can honestly put that number 1, but there's other ones on here that are just like way more like, are you serious? And for number 4 of underrated, I'm gonna say Shadow Clone Shuriken. Now, it's probably weird to put this underrated because I do see it quite a bit. Not like too much, but a good amount. And it's honestly, it did get nerfed. It used to like actually not be dodgeable, but now like I think they nerfed it to where like you can actually dodge it way easier. But even so, it's still very good. I mean, I said it's not as used as it should be. Like I said, I see Paper Bomb way more than I see Shadow Clone Shuriken and so. And you know, it doesn't make sense because it applies it's basically doing the same thing. It's applying pressure, but it's doing, I feel like, a way better job at applying pressure because you're forced to dodge, you're forced to run, and I kind of get a free rush. You can't rush me because then you're gonna take a lot of damage. I said, especially back when it was unblockable, I could just go up, I could basically do anything to you. There's nothing you can do about it. I could have walked up, did an almighty push, anything I wanted to do, any class, the Zonstrom, you was going to get it because you were forced to block, unless all you were forced to sub. It was one of the two. I feel like it's, even now, it doesn't have that great of a factor, but it's still a very good, like, pressure point to block the enemy. And that's what I have at number 4. It doesn't do nothing too special besides that, but it does its job really well. Alright, number 3. Most overrated in this movie. I'm gonna say another Blue Leader. I didn't see Blue a lot. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I just started seeing Blue in an insane amount. Like way more than I really should. And it's not really, I get it. And you get your subs, your jutsu, your faster, tracking, you get all this stuff, right? And I understand why people really use Bluepill. But at the same time, I feel like there's better options than Bluepill. Especially again, the issue with these pills, right, are not the fact of what they do. If green pills could be used on an attack type or running type, it probably could be upgraded. It's the same with Blue Pill. You're putting Blue Pill on a class, it has teleportation jutsu over a Garuma. You're putting Blue Pill on a class that already has the speed buff. You know, like the sub, you know, the substitution and then jutsu is cool, but yeah, I mean, we have Rasengan connections, and like I said, Oboe and teleportation jutsu, they're all like, what, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds long. It kind of, the Blue Pill kind of doesn't matter. It's like, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of there, but the difference between 9 seconds and 7 seconds in the long run isn't insane. Most of the time, when your combo's over, you have to do back. Like, it's kind of just like, why use the eye, rather use a couple of other things in the Blue Pill. I mean, I can say, I use Blue Pill back when it first came out, sure, but now, it seems like, I don't know why it's not great. It's annoying. It's the same with Paper Bomb. It can be annoying to fight against because of how fast they're getting their subs. But that's really it. Everything else about it is kind of like just, okay, like, whatever, fighting them. And also a bunch of things they're just supposed to, like, Paper Bomb, Paper Bomb, Green Pill, they all kind of like rely on the weapon and the jutsu you're using. All the underrated stuff, you can use that on anything. Like Paper Bomb. Let's be honest, you see these on like Falls, SPL, Almighty Push, Teleportation. That's what you're seeing on. Blue Pill you'll see on the same type of build. Green Pill you'll see with two weapons. You know, you mostly see all this stuff on the same with that build, right? But the build is just random so much that you see it a lot, but it's not really great. For our third most underrated, honestly, I don't see it much, and I don't understand why I don't see it. But I'm gonna go. I forgot what this is called. I know. I have to search. I feel like I didn't even like what you gotta have to finish what it's called. But it does great. Honestly. Not much. It's a great combo starter. It does great damage. And it has super armor. It has great lunge. Like, you know, it's kind of hard to dodge. I think it's actually just a great, solid, not broken and cool, but a really good one. Let's say another overall. You use this. Yeah, you can get a combo going. You can. Your opponent running away. It's a very like okay, nice type of thing. Actually, I could do both of these. Okay, I'll do that real quick. No, I'm gonna do honorable mention is double Moonsword. I don't think it'll make it to the top 5, but since the whoever this ninja is called made it, double Moonsword provides invincibility. When you use it, so it's kind of like a stone rush you, you press it, you'll defeat him. Whatever attack you do. So it's very useful. I don't think it's like top 5 level, but it is again a very useful overall. Again, it's just simple. It's the simple yet effective. Like you use it, and it does the job. Every underrated ninja tool will do its job very well. Like basically, so far they won't fail. They'll all kind of like just do what they need to do. But it's number 2. For number 2. Now, this is going to be a crazy fun. I already know it. I'll take it on. Yeah. I see this. I see the comments already. I see the dislikes, all that already. So let me explain it more because of the video. Drones and Jimmy are the top 3. Like all of these are kind of like overrated, but they're like. Well, like there's ninja tools that are used for them, but those ninja tools are deserved. You know, they're used, but it makes sense why they're used. They're not overrated. Drones is probably top 2 most actually overrated. Like, you know, it's not fairly used. It's generally overrated ninja tools in the actual game. Like in the entirety of the game, it's top 2. The number 1 I'm about to put up here. Like I said, Blue Pill, Paper Bomb is actually on this list. Paper Bomb is top 5. Green Pill and Blue Pill, technically there are other ninja tools that are more used that you could say is overrated, but these ones are just, they shouldn't be used as much as they're used for what they do. The other ones are like, okay, it makes sense. Like they're overrated, but it makes sense why people go out of their way. You know, but let's get you know what's actually like I know it's not a hard dodge. If we're being real for a second, drones are not hard to dodge. They're not. It's not hard to dodge at all. I have faced drone players, right? I faced the same drone players you face. You think I haven't? I go on the pits. I go in the New League. I'm facing Tomoe drones, two sets of drones, Tomoe and modern weapons gamer. I faced him. And I beat him. I won like 5-2 one time. It's not really hard to do it. If you know how to just sidestep, drones aren't an issue. They're annoying, but they're not an issue. You just stall the drones, you dodge their attacks, and then boom, they're easy death. Drones aren't doing much. Shoot, even on range, on range, like double drones, majestic double drones, heavily, no, I don't know, the heavily, double drones, dragon flame, double drones, bow, like that's way more annoying, but really the bow's kind of like already doing its job there. Like the double drones isn't the issue. It's like, it's kind of just the weapon. I face double drones being size, but I still want it. Yeah, the issue. You should not saying double drones. I'm not saying I can even I'm talking about the best use of the weapon. That's not what it is. That's how everybody uses it. I can even say, oh, we're not talking about dual team, we're talking about by yourself, and drones by yourself, you know, like, yeah, of course. Stronger, bad, but no, best use. It's still like not that great. It's just annoying. It's generally just overrated. I don't know why people really use it. The thing that makes the drones useful, in my opinion, is the fact that you cannot run away from it. But that's not why people use it. People do not use it for the factor of, oh, my opponent's running away, let me use this to fight them. People use it for the fact of, I want to be annoying. And it always fails. There's never a time where double drones will ever succeed. It's overrated. I don't know why y'all use this. It's not that great. It's generally just annoying. There's so many. I mean, my top 10 Nintendo video, I did not put drones in. Because there's just so many better options. There's cooling breeze, up a better drones. Flame hook, then posted it for other things. Super tough. There's so many. I mean, ones just here that are just like, yeah, I easily can put, you know, I'm a dad over drones, because drones kind of like are just iffy. It's just annoying when we want to build students. It's just, like, drones are so easy to deal with. Like, and that's without using counter drone. You're using counter drone, but yeah, it's just. Now, number 2 of most underrated of all time. Now, this is gonna be the issue. There are a couple of options. Now, this is the top 10. You know, a lot more will be here. I'll be able to fit everything I want. I want to say Glimmer, but I feel like Glimmer is used enough. I feel like it's not used enough as it should, but it's also not used. Like, it's also used a good amount. I want to put that amount. The one I would put for drones is I would put Crimson Star. Now, Crimson Star 3D, 4D, it was used to the maximum. It wasn't even overrated. It was fairly rated. That's how good of an engine it was. But in today's age, it's not used. And to be honest, I have no idea why it stopped being used. Because it's not like it got bad. Shoot, look, it's still fine. It still does its job. Shoot, actually, Crimson Star is probably more annoying than drones if you know how to use it right. I mean, you throw Crimson Star on top of somebody, you're not stuck in place with drones. They're like, it's annoying, it's hard, but you can still move around. Like, you can still move. You throw a Crimson Star to somebody, they're kind of just forced to block. Like, they're kind of stuck there for like a solid 3 seconds just blocking. So whatever you want to do, you have full access to do it. So you want to throw a Majestic out, you want to throw anything out, and you have full access to it. Actually, I would put Lunar Flames in. Like, right now. Lunar Flames. Also, like, it is very useful. Because it does deal with annoying stuff. Because it sounds like the ring is like a barrier. Like, the bow can't go through it. A lot of stuff actually cannot go through Lunar Flames. And you can travel with it. So you want to rush your opponent, and they want to rush you, they're going to get burned, and it's insanely like quick to come out. You throw one out, you wait. You throw another one, you wait. You throw another one. It's like basically when one ends, another comes out. So you're basically just riding the Glimmering Flame to victory at that point. It's very useful. It's not as used as it should be. I mean, it's used a good amount, but I feel like there's stars that use it more. Why I even say this? You know, there's a couple of options. I was gonna put the fans that let you like kind of spin. It's not. I don't know if it would be top 5. It would definitely be top 10. It was a lot, but I think that's it for number 2. I ain't gonna go number 3 still. I think I'll get it. Now for number 1 on both sides. For number 1, on overrated. And I mean, fully 100. Stealing tag fake is trash. It is actually legitimate trash. It's not even close. It's just not good. And I know the person watching like what do you mean it's not? But I'm not doing drones. I'm not doing the drones, and I'm not gonna give it to the credit out by saying it's best. Or still tag face with heavily him. No, I'm not doing that. Where's the I'm talking about still tag face here. Still tag face is generally like overrated. So it's not. I don't. And it died out for like a solid year or 2. It died out, and all of a sudden, I don't know what day y'all range types do this, but y'all all of a sudden was like, you know, actually, still tag and still tag face, both of them. All of a sudden, all y'all want to start using still tag again. Why? It's not good. Like why? Like still tags are not good enough. Heavily hand power is just, if you don't have heavily hand power, generally just look goofy. Like you genuinely just look like you're standing there, you look like a whole clown. Like, you know, nose, makeup, hair, everything. This surface is 10 miles away. Like you're just looking goofy when I got your heavily hand power. Then all of a sudden your whole build becomes useless. That's the still tactic is carried by that. And because by himself, they're not. If I see you place down still inside the station and I just don't rush you, then what happens? Nothing happens. It's not really. It's overused for no reason. It's overused when alone it's not good. With heavily hand power, it's still not good. You have it's kind of just being annoying, but if you're paying attention to your opponent, it is not gonna. And it's such a I need to be carried type build. Like it's a mental that really is carried by the build. Like, and before you say like, oh, well, yeah, of course it is. You place them on the ground, like where base battle, flag battle. You're putting weight still down if you're on a base or flag. If you are playing base or flag, you're not sitting there playing Weighted still honestly could have been number 1. See, I would have put weighted still as like number 1 already, like number 2. I would have put it on here, but I was thinking like I already put it in my top 10 in my other video, so I'm not going.
Don't care.
But what I was saying, I'm not going to use things that I used before. I'm not going to sit here and like the thing with all these videos is they all was in my top 10 video. Because there are things in my top 10 videos that can easily go on here. I'm like, no, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to select my top 10. I'm going to do this video every so often. Top 5 most overrated and underrated. Top 5 for now, you know, maybe in like a month or 2, I might do another that's the issue. You rely on your opponent rushing you, but if they don't rush you, just sitting there, kind of, you know. Number one, most underrated and this was actually probably like my top three most favorite. Piercing Low. Some of y'all might have never heard it. Some of y'all might do it. Y'all might have heard it, y'all might not. Piercing Low is probably the most. If there's, I say these people does the job. Piercing Low is the most. It does its job. It does what it's supposed to do every time without fail. There's not a time when there's no like, man, it didn't work. Because it just works. Here's the note, right? Put a little wall or like a mud, not what? It's like an earth little, well, you see in the image, like a little rhombus in front of you. And if your enemy gets close to you, it will just explode and do damage. That's all it does. Nothing more, nothing less. It just does damage by basically adding a layer of protection. But this layer of protection is key. Bow. I know people might still complain about the bow. Bow is useless compared to Piercing Note. Piercing Note blocks all the bullets of the bow. All of them. And you can freely rush them. And Piercing Note has a fast cooldown, so they're not... Yeah, you can easily activate it back and they're gonna die. I don't think Piercing Note actually gets affected by swap builds. So you do end up getting swapped, Piercing Note will stay and you'll be good to go. Piercing Note, drones. Piercing Note blocks all drones. Go test it right now if you don't believe me. Have your friend go pop double drones on you and activate Piercing Note. Just one layer of Piercing Note, by the way. Piercing Note is also on all classes. The only ninja tool up here that's not on all classes is Crimson Star. Like, you know, that's the only one, but that's just because it's like so not used, and I don't know, it's still usable in my opinion, but that's the only reason why it's up here. But what you call it? Piercing Note, yep. You go pop double drones on it. It protects you from all drones. If you hate drones or you're annoyed at drones, go put on Piercing Note. We'll deal with drones. Parry Bomb does the same thing against Parry Bomb. Parry Bomb is iffy. There's sometimes where it will hit Parry Bomb. Well, it's sometimes where it will hit you, and then there's other times where it will just completely like not hit you while you have Parry Bomb on. And instant guard breaks too. Just like what you call it? Purple Lightning, but it's a way faster bring. Like you press circle and it's just like that. Like it's like instantly boom, Piercing Note's out. Live. So it's actually a good. You can combo into it as well. Like it actually is a pretty good combo potential. Like it actually is a very useful and valid very valid ninja tool. It does its job. It protects you. That's what it's for. The wall is for protection. But really the wall only does one thing, which is does damage. So like if your opponent has no ranged jutsus, then it won't protect you. Like Piercing Note will protect you from Crimson Star. Everything that I named, maybe besides, of course, the physical attacks like the whatever this is, Purple Lightning. I'm pretty sure all the ranged stuff, it'll protect you from. It'll like everything down here for the most part, it'll protect you from as well. Like it's basically a protection wall. It's a simple protection wall that does its job so insanely well that I honestly would put it top 10 ninja tools in the game. Still, years later, it's never gotten buffed. It's never gotten nerfed. And nothing's ever happened in Piercing Note. It's always been like this. It's just simple. Like it doesn't need a buff, not really, but it could definitely use one. It's definitely outdated. Like for what it does, like everything in the game now needs a debuff or a buff, or it needs to do something. Piercing Note's definitely outdated, but it still is great. It still does what it's supposed to do insanely well, and that's why I think I would put it like #1 most underrated ninja tool of all time. Again, right now the other 4 are kind of like here. Again, if I do another one of these videos, I'll probably include more, or maybe I'll do a top 10 most underrated in the future and just keep this. Maybe change a few of these up, but our top 10 most overrated. Yeah, I could definitely slide Umbrella. I could slide this. Fruit Shoot for overrated. I could put in I could put Healing Spray in overrated. I could put Yellow. You know, there's a lot of things I could technically change and add to this list to you know, and in the future. But for now, I think that's gonna be it. If you leave your comments if you disagree or agree with me on anything. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of disagree if this video blows up. I'll probably get a lot of disagreement for drones, but drones, like I said, you can use personal counter drones. Like it's great, but you can easily like deal with drones. Mostly everything that I put up here, the only one that I probably would take off might be Blue Pill. But that's really it. Everything else is like it's overused. It's over. Like there's too many things that are just overshadowed that should easily class these weapons. But alright, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Shoot, next video might just be a Pierce and No video. And yeah, let me know what y'all think.